Let's talk more about China's car sharing plans and its influence beyond its borders. I'm joined from New York by Arun Sundararajan, a professor at New York University's Stern School of Business. He is also the author of the book, The Sharing Economy. Thanks for joining us.
Delighted to be on the show, Elaine.
So you literally wrote the book on the sharing economy. When it comes to car sharing, though, what are the benefits and what are the downsides?
Well, the benefits are clear. Rather than one person owning a car and using it just for themselves and their family, you can have multiple families, multiple people using the same vehicle. You can have multiple people traveling in the same vehicle. And so overall, over time, what this does is reduce congestion and increase the fraction of the population who have access to a car.
You know, this is just one more phase for China's sharing industry. There is also bike sharing that we've seen a lot about. Is setting up car sharing, though, more difficult in terms of developing the technology and the infrastructure?
Well, it's certainly more expensive to have dedicated banks of, say, electric vehicles parked at rental stations than it is to have a comparable set of bikes. But I think that we need to look beyond the, rent a car from a station model and towards the peer-to-peer models. So if you take the analogy of the United States, look beyond the car-to-go model or the drive now model that was mentioned earlier in the segment, and towards the models of Get Around and Turo, where an individual can rent a car from another individual rather than picking it up off sort of a station on the street. And so in China, you've got a company, Start, that used to be PP Zoosh, that is actually the world's largest peer-to-peer car sharing platform. And that's certainly a direction to look in. Of course, you can't ignore the presence of Didi Chuxing in China. This is certainly a market that they will expand into as well. They're already the world leader in chauffeured car sharing, and so it's a natural extension of their business model.
You know, I did mention at the beginning of the segment that China is a top car market in the world. You mentioned Didi. You know, how do they integrate these other car sharing models to ride-hailing apps when people are sharing cars via taxi or other services like Uber or Lyft or Didi?
Well, I think it's just a question of adding product variety. Sometimes you just want a car, you don't care what it is, to come and pick you up and take you where you want to go. Sometimes you want a specific kind of car, sometimes you want to drive the car yourself, maybe you're going to the beach, taking your family. So I think one of the things that Didi has been phenomenal at is diversifying its product line to meet a range of customer needs. They've got the bus, they've got the shared car, they've got the dedicated car, dedicated chauffeur-driven car, they've got the rent-a-driver who will come and drive your car. And so renting a car from them or renting a car from someone else seems like a natural extension of them wanting to be the sort of one-stop shop for mobility needs in China.
All right, Arun Sundararajan, we appreciate your time. Thank you for joining us from New York.
Okay, well, thank you for having me.